All right, a good Sunday afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ed Bloodsworth with WKRG News 5. Some breaking news in the tropics. The area of disturbed weather that we have been monitoring in the southern Caribbean, designated as Invest 97, is now classified as potential Tropical Cyclone 18. According to the National Hurricane Center, maximum winds are at 35 miles per hour. Hurricane hunters have been flying in the system this afternoon and have yet to find a closed low-level center. However, it is becoming better organized, and now this allows the Hurricane Center to issue alerts, mainly from the island of Jamaica, as this could bring tropical storm force winds that is expected to come together and intensify. So this is expected, according to the latest forecast, to become the next named storm of the season, which is Rafael, late tonight or early Monday. From there, it'll bypass Jamaica and strengthen potentially into a Category 1 hurricane before making a very close approach to the western tip of Cuba. After it crosses Cuba and enters the Gulf, some factors may start working against this system. That's why the official forecast shows a significant weakening trend as it moves into the central Gulf. You'll also notice that the forecast also calls for the system to begin to slow down as well. So dropping to around 60 miles per hour by noon on Friday. Also, the cone expands quite a bit. There is still some uncertainty in terms of where the center will lie, and that's what a lot of our global models have been suggesting with this system. Look at the spaghetti plots, all of the forecast models in pretty good agreement, taking this now west of Jamaica and moving this over the western tip of Cuba. A lot of this model guidance has been trending farther west throughout the day. That's partially due to the fact that Hurricane Hunter data have now been included into the models here. Still, until that exact center forms, you got to take these models with a bit of a grain of salt. So if the center forms where they think it's going to, then these models will be right on track. If it forms farther east, we will likely see a shift to the east. So this is not set in stone, but most of the models in terms of the center would suggest maybe more of a Louisiana, Mississippi direct impact, but there will still be changes. Bottom line, with this track from the Hurricane Center, what does this mean for our part of the Gulf Coast? Well, we would anticipate waves and rip currents to begin to increase along the northern Gulf Coast through the second half of the week. In terms of rain impacts, moisture from this system will start to move into the Gulf, so there is a chance that we could get some very beneficial rain out of this by the end of next week. Exact amounts, still a little bit too early to hone in on that. Then in terms of the surge and coastal flooding, can't dictate the numbers at this point, but based off of this track, we would anticipate maybe some minor coastal flooding issues if we get more of an onshore flow, even if this remains a tropical storm, especially during high tide cycles. Again, end of the week into the following weekend. And that's what we see. Winds, difficult to say at this point. Again, it's going to depend on what kind of shape this is in as it gets into the Gulf. Maybe get some stronger wind gusts closer to the coast. Maybe even talking some of the gusts approaching tropical storm strength by Friday and into the following weekend. So bottom line with the system, a lot of uncertainty at this point here, unfortunately. We got plenty of time to watch this. This will not be a Milton. This will not be a Helene in the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf waters are beginning to cool. Wind shear will begin to take its toll on the system. So this could, at least for parts of the Gulf Coast, of this could actually prove to be maybe more beneficial than if anything else, because again, drought has been persistent and some much needed rain could be coming by the end of the week. There will be changes in this forecast over the next couple of days, and we will certainly keep you updated and keep right here at WKRG News 5. Make sure you stay with us.